So the Steelers pulled it out last night over the Tennessee Titans. And at this point, I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a shocker to me. Like, I knew this game could go either way. I mean, both teams are kind of dinged up. But I figured with the performance that Will Levis put on against the Falcons, and I figured the Titans were another team that kind of gave the Steelers fits, and we really didn't know what the true condition of Kenny Pickett was going to be. He was a game-time decision, and the Steelers' offense has been so inconsistent. I know their defense has bailed them out a lot, but I figured, well, maybe this is the game to pick Tennessee. But it's a true coin flip. So I got Titans. And that is 2023 in a nutshell. It's like I watch Tom Grossi, Scooter Magruder, I watch Brandon Perna, and the urinating tree, and I'm sure all of them can't figure out this fucking NFL season. Like Tom Grossi, him and I have been spot on in our picks with the same fucking record for most weeks. And it's just mind-boggling. Teams that are supposed to be good don't even look that good, and then just suck the 1 week, and then out of nowhere are super studs the 1 week. And then you have like the Broncos beating the Chiefs. The Broncos, who gave up 70 freaking points. And the Chiefs only got 9. Oh, Patrick Mahomes was sick. I think everybody's sick. I think everybody's sick of trying to figure out 2023. Just quit looking at your stats. Just forget it. Just flip a damn coin, roll the dice, put some names into a hat, whatever. Because that's all it is. It's just a crapshoot. Like, I can't figure it out anymore. Like, the Buffalo Bills. Now, I picked them to beat the Bucks last week, but Tampa made it interesting toward the end. And I think we all were expecting the Bucks to, A, get the touchdown, and yeah, if they'd have gotten the touchdown and the extra point, they'd have won the game. And had have been another one that slipped away from the Bills. But they managed to hold on and win. So yeah, we can't figure out Buffalo. It's like, they're either going to be good or they're going to be really bad. I don't get it. Oy. So again, like, I can't figure out this NFL season. I mean, if you're someone that's good with the numbers, pays attention to all the statistics and all the little details, good for you. But guess what? Doesn't matter. Any given Sunday, you're better off just flipping a proverbial coin. And whatever you get is what you get. Because, hey, throw logic out the window. Who in their right mind had the Chiefs losing to the Broncos, even if Mahomes was sick? And that just tells you that there are no dominant teams this season. There really isn't. Everybody is susceptible. Everybody is vulnerable. My Eagles have the best record in the NFL, and they have not played like it. Now you find out about Jalen Hurts. He's been dealing with a knee issue. But for how long? We don't know. He doesn't want everybody to harp on it. I can't say I blame him. Leave him alone. He has a knee injury. Obviously, Obviously, it alters him from running the ball like he used to. But he's still taking care of business through the air because he's got probably arguably who I think should be in the lead for NFL MVP this year, A.J. Brown. Tell me who else is playing better than fucking A.J. Brown. Holy crap. Well, hold on. Okay, the Miami Dolphins. Sorry. Tyreek Hill, Tua, but A.J. Brown's definitely right now holding the bronze. It is in the top 3 running. Prove me wrong. Yeah, speaking of the Miami Dolphins, do they not put you in mind of 1984? Sure, yeah, they have an electrifying offense, but their defense can't really stop anybody. I mean, look at my Eagles. They exploited that defense. Okay, yeah, Go ahead. They say the officials helped them out. But you know what? That's another thing I'm not going to take into account. All right? Because injuries are part of the game, and so are the refs. And unfortunately, it's rock, paper, scissors. It's flip the coin, roll the dice. If it comes up your end, if it doesn't, that's just how it is. Tell me I'm wrong. Trying to predict the game is like predicting the weather. There's just too many damn variables. Sure, this is what should happen, but if this tiny little significant detail should happen, then everything gets altered, and you like how I'm using my hands here? Like, this is what 2023 has done to me. It's driving me bonkers, because I right now am dead last in 2 of my pick'em leagues, and that has never happened before. I've never been dead last in an NFL pick'em. Never. What the fuck, NFL? Why does every team look like they could possibly win the fucking Super Bowl this year? I'm not joshing. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. The Bears are definitely not going to win it. Definitely not the Panthers. Could we write off the Broncos yet? I don't think so. Not even the Jets, who apparently are still going to get Rodgers back. I thought he was out for the year. Wasn't that how serious his injury was? Or we just thought the Jets would be so down the proverbial shit slide that by the time he was able to get back on it, there was no saving them. Like, honestly, this has to be the most upside down roller coaster of an NFL season ever. It is just wacky doodle. And then the Vikings, who were doing semi-good, kind of had a shot, maybe had a wild card. Well, hey, we don't know. We thought the same thing when Aaron Rodgers was out. We don't know. Maybe Josh Dobbs will find his calling and lead the Vikings on a miraculous wild 7 seed card clenching and maybe be the first 7 seed to win a wild card game. Who knows? Also, what's up with the fucking 49ers? Ever since they blew out the Cowboys, they haven't done shit. You just got creamed by the Bengals, who couldn't even figure out their own offense. Now all of a sudden, Burrow and the company are looking like themselves. And I don't know, suddenly the 49ers just can't do anything. Like, what is happening? Now all of a sudden we got talks of Seattle maybe winning the West? With Geno Smith? What? What is happening? What is happening in the NFL right now? I can't figure it out. I don't think anybody can. Hey, you know what the Diamondbacks team was quoting before they lost the World Series? Embrace the chaos. That's what the NFL is. It's chaos. We might as well just embrace it and enjoy it. Because, hey, even though it is fucking frustrating to figure out, it's definitely entertaining as hell. It's definitely great for the ratings. And you could definitely see the shade of my face changing color. Holy shit. Oh, this is what the NFL's doing to me. And yeah, I got a bone to pick with the fucking Arizona Diamondbacks. That'll probably be another video down the road. First of all, go Texas Rangers! For the first time ever, Texas Rangers, you have won the World Series. I'm honestly happy. I am. It's good to see a team that's never won it win it for the first time ever. It's like when the Dallas Mavericks first won the NBA Finals. And you know, the Dallas Stars have only won 1 Stanley Cup. That was back in 1999. Wow. Boy, these Texas teams know how to do it, don't they? From one decade, another decade, and then now this decade. Really know how to pick them. But yeah, so as happy as I am for Texas, yes, I'm now even more pissed off about Philadelphia losing to Arizona. What the fuck was that? Game 1? That's all you could do? Look, I know the D-backs won a freaking game. I know they got one game out of it, but they didn't do shit the rest of the series. So you guys knocked off 2 division champions and my Phillies, who everybody wanted to be in the World Series and win it this year, and you motherfuckers do all that to get there, and you fucking shit the bed. Yes, I'm acting like you got swept and didn't do anything. You had a hard-fought game 1, which you lost in extras, and you did take one game. But you didn't even show up for game 5. Are you fucking kidding me? Was that also not in Arizona? You let yourselves literally get swept 3 games in your home stadium after you fucking fought so hard. You knocked off the Brewers, the Dodgers, and my Phillies, and you bastards bring that to the World Series? What a waste of fucking time. You wasted everyone else's time. You wasted your time. That pisses me off the most. But congrats. You're the NL pennant champions for this season. So you got the silver medal. I'll have to look at the schedule, see if the Phillies are playing you this year, because I want payback. I want your snake skins. Okay, I'm making this a little too personal and weird. I'm sorry. I'm curious to see how that World Series kind of did overall ratings-wise. I haven't really looked, but maybe I'll make a video down the road recapping it if I really feel like it. I just saw something breaking news go over my phone about the Kansas City Chiefs, so crap. I don't know what it is about, but I'm willing to wager it's got something to do with Mahomes. If he's going to play or not against the Dolphins, or how his health's doing. So, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's get into my picks, recap a little bit of last week. So, had the Bills over the Bucks. They held on for that one. So the good Buffalo team showed up last week, but kind of forgot how to close out games. So the Bills this week, or are they on a bye week? Oh, no, they are the Sunday night game, and they're playing the Bengals. Oh, maybe I shouldn't jump that far ahead yet. Let's see. So Jags beat the Steelers 20-10. Wasn't that the exact same score from last night? Steelers over the Titans? Or was it a different score? I think it was 24-20. I can't recall. Jets over the Giants 13-10 in overtime. Yeah, that score kind of that score kind of works for that game. And the Giants then lost Tyrod Taylor, and who the heck came in to play for them? Sounded like a character out of a Grand Theft Auto game. Oi. Panthers got their first win over Houston. I called that one. C.J. Stroud and oh man, Bryce Young outperformed C.J. Stroud. Ain't that how it works? The second overall pick usually upends the first overall pick most of the time. Dolphins reciprocate the score they lost by the following week, 31-17 over the Patriots. Yeah, again, the Patriots. They beat the Buffalo Bills. Mac Jones looks like a stud, and then back to looking like old Mac Jones against the Dolphins. Ay, ay, ay. And so, yeah, the Titans over the Falcons. So there you had Will Levis may have a breakthrough performance, and Titans fans thinking, he's our QB of the future. Oh, maybe not. Same old Titans. Look good one week and then suck the next week. Oy. Vikings best the Packers, but at a price. Now it's the Josh Dobbs Vikings. Like I said, we don't know. Who knows? Cowboys blow out the Rams. Not too surprising. I mean, LA at least has LA's a decent team. Just you got to bring your A game against them. And Boy, Dallas brought their A double plus game. Saints over the Colts in a very entertaining game. Actually, much better. I wouldn't say it was better than the Super Bowl matchup between these two long time ago, between Breeze and Manning. But where the fuck was that offense, New Orleans? See, this is the thing I'm talking about. New Orleans offense has been dead weight all season, and all of a sudden, boom! They just click. Seahawks best the Browns, so yeah, I can't figure Cleveland out. You at least have a decent defense, but I don't know. The Broncos best the Chiefs. Okay, Mahomes was sick. Well, that's what we'll blame it on. Bengals dominate the 49ers. Ravens win a shootout with the Cardinals. Chargers blow out the Bears. I'm honestly surprised that the Bolts didn't charger it. I think they're probably just as surprised as are their fans. Sorry, Bears, you still stink. And the Lions got back to their winning ways, beat the Las Vegas Raiders, and probably the smartest move that Mark Davis will ever make in his life as an owner, firing Josh McDaniels. And I think every other team should learn by now, don't hire Josh McDaniels as a head coach. Coordinator, maybe, but I think that only works in New England and with Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's gone, so McDaniels should not be hired again by another NFL team. Send his ass to the XFL or the USFL or whatever the hell their combo name's going to be for next spring. Or go back to the college rankings or go back to high school and start over. Congrats to the Detroit Lions. You bounced back after getting your asses handed to you. That's good. That shows that you are a good competitive team when you can take an ass whooping and bounce back. Yes, I know it's the Raiders, but that's the kind of game you need to bounce back and look good on. And they did. Alrighty. Now, going into the rest of week number 9, we're at the halfway point of 2023. Oh, I can't wait to see what else is in store for us for the rest of this season. Woo! So, again, I coin flipped, took the Titans because I thought, maybe Will Levis will reciprocate that performance and the Steelers are just as dinged up as the Titans, but nope, didn't matter. Fuck logic. Pittsburgh pulled it out somehow. And I heard there were a lot of yellow flags in that game, but you know what? The officiating has also been absolute shit this year, too. The NFL has really got to do something about that. Dolphins-Chiefs. This is a coin flip. This is an absolute coin flip of a game because I don't know. Kansas City's at home. Like I said, something breaking news just popped up. I'm going to read it. And I wish I could do it, but I can't right now while I'm recording because son of a bitch. I really need to invest in like a camera or something, and that way I can keep my phone open while I'm doing this shit, or get myself a tablet. Really need to invest my money better. So I guess this depends on the health of Mahomes. I coin flipped and it came up Chiefs. Am I 100% behind that? Hell no. Because the Dolphins have the offense to beat this team. Do they have the defense? Well, it depends. It just depends, just depends on how this all wants to play out. Like, maybe it's just going to be a shootout like most people expect, or maybe the defense has decided to take over. I don't know, but I coin flipped and got Kansas City. Vikings-Falcons. Well, fuck you, Atlanta, because I picked you against the Titans the other week, and I don't know what it is. Every time I pick Atlanta, they fucking shit the bed. But the Vikings now don't have Kirk Cousins. So you would think maybe Atlanta, if they start Tyler Heineke. I don't know! Maybe, like I said, Josh Dobbs might come out and throw a career-high 5 touchdown passes if he hasn't done that already. Who knows? So I'm still just going to pick the Vikings. Because if I pick the Falcons, I know they'll fucking lose. Cardinals-Browns. Well, I don't even know who the hell's quarterbacking the Cardinals now. Like, I haven't heard anything about, what's that guy's name? Kyler Murray coming back? I don't know if Deshaun Watson's going to start for the Browns. So this one's just as interesting. But I'm going to go with the Browns because of their defense. The Rams at the Packers. Well, the Packers just plain suck. And I think they've embraced it. The Rams, on the other hand, they're still fighting for respect. They are a respectable type team. I'll take the Rams. The Commies at the Patriots. Well, if the Commies can reciprocate the performance they put up against my Eagles, they should definitely beat the Patriots. Especially if Mac Jones remembers that he's not that good, and neither are the Patriots. The Bears at the Saints. Well, the Bears just remember that they still suck, and if New Orleans' offense from last week shows up, I'd say the Saints. Seahawks Ravens. This honestly ought to be a good game. It should. We don't know. No one really knows, but it ought to be a good game. I mean, like when we thought the Ravens-Lions matchup would have been a better game. But I'm still going to go Ravens because despite everything that has worked against them, they still find ways to win. Buccaneers at Texans. I think the Texans will bounce back. I think CJ Stroud is the real fucking deal. They just need to build a better team around him. And the Bucs are, the ship is starting to sink. Colts Panthers. Well, Anthony Richardson's out for the season, so it's Minshew's team. And despite that the Colts, and he's keeping the Colts in games. The games are competitive. They're in the games. They just can't win them. But Carolina's definitely a beatable team. You got your upset win. You got your one win. Not saying that they can't beat the Colts, but I'm still picking the Colts. If, they bring some offense from last week. Giants Raiders. Ugh. Just, ugh. Who are you picking that one? Well, the Raiders got rid of McDaniels, so that ought to be good enough to make them happy to beat the Giants. Who, I'm sorry, just a snowball rolling downhill. Cowboys and the Eagles. Whew, here we go. Here comes a real test for Philadelphia. A team that has maybe not as high-octane an offense as Miami, but is a perfectly balanced team. Offensively, defensively, special teams-wise, this ought to be a really good fucking game. And barring anything more serious to Jalen Hurts, it'll be the first time that him and Dak Prescott have been on the opposite sides to face off one another in a year. So this will be a heck of a matchup. It's just going to depend. To me, it's how well that Jalen. I think it's going to come down to Jalen's decision making. His decision making, and can that defense get any kind of pressure on Dak Prescott? I think those will be the difference makers. But I got to pick my birds. I think it'll be maybe a touchdown. It'll come down to a touchdown type game like it did last week. All right, Bills-Bengals Sunday Night Football. Well, pretty sure the Bills are going to look for payback from the divisional round this past winter. That is if the good Bills team shows up. We got the good Bengals team finally, so this should be a hell of a matchup. Let's say it goes into crazy overtime, but it ends in a tie and nobody wins. Let's have that wacky outcome. And finally, Monday Night Football, Chargers-Jets. Now, everybody might be quick to want to jump on the Chargers bandwagon. No. Jets have the defense to knock off this Bolts team, and the Chargers just love to win. And the Chargers just love to find ways to lose. So I'm picking the Jets, because why the hell not? All right, there we go. There's a quick recap of last week and into this week for my picks. I'm already 0-1, so God only knows how the rest of this weekend's going to play out, just so long as my birds beat the Cowboys. And I think we all know, oh boy, so far every game has been neck and neck for the birds this weekend. This will either be the one where either they get their ass kicked or they do some ass kicking. Who the fuck knows? It's just like I said. It's gonna come down to Jalen Hurts' decision making. He threw no interceptions against the Commies last week, and that's gonna be the key to this week. No turnovers, no dumb mistakes against this Cowboys team, or they're gonna definitely pay for it. You know, Dak Prescott is also susceptible to making mistakes, so that's a key for the defense. You gotta find a way to generate those mistakes from Prescott. Ground game, I don't really think the ground game is going to be much factor for either team because the Eagles have had trouble getting the ball going because Brian Johnson can't figure out his fucking weapons sometimes. And the Cowboys are the same, having issues trying to run that damn ball. So I think it's just mostly going to be an aerial assault and who fucks up less and which defense outperforms the other. And I hate to say it, but I think Dallas has the more physical D. The Eagles' defense is just too much of a bend but don't break tight for my liking for this matchup. But, again, it's a coin toss. So, hey, there we go. That's going to do it for this video. If you tune in and watch it, I thank you. A thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe for the hell of it. Shoot some info back at me. You know, tell me how bad I suck and how much I need to improve. Or how much you liked it. I'm game for anything at this point. Alrighty, folks. Hope y'all have a good weekend, a fun football-filled weekend at that. And I just broke my fucking. You gotta laugh at yourself. Am I right, folks? Alright. Adios, folks. Have a good weekend.